Today I'll be introducing you to CDR. CDR stands for carbon dioxide removal, which falls into three categories: natural climate solutions, or NCS. NCS involves leveraging naturally occurring phenomena to remove and sequester carbon. This includes things like planting trees. As you can see here, NCS can remove huge quantities of carbon from the atmosphere, but there are limits to what it can do. Carbon capture, or CC, is a technological method of removing carbon from the place that it is produced. So, for example, removing carbon from the flue gases in an industrial facility. Direct air capture, or DAC, is another technological approach that removes atmospheric carbon from the ambient air. This technology can take many forms, from large to small, and it can be positioned almost anywhere on the planet. Why we need CDR. We need CDR to draw down atmospheric carbon, which is the principal greenhouse gas that is driving global warming. A clear consensus of scientists agree that climate change is a serious threat to human civilization and indeed to all life on Earth. Thus far, we have failed to act, and this is a point made clear by the UN Emissions Gap Report. Time is running out. If we do not significantly reduce levels of atmospheric carbon within the next 8 years, we risk triggering tipping points from which we may not be able to recover. However, CDR on its own is insufficient. We need to deploy the full range of other ways of reducing carbon and other GHGs. Essentially, we need to stop producing carbon. So how do we do that? Well, we can start by eliminating fossil fuel use. We can use renewable sources of energy for electricity, heating, and transportation. And we can make changes to minimize carbon emissions in agriculture and industry. However, these actions on their own are also insufficient. That is why we need the full range of mitigation efforts alongside CDR. While mitigation efforts like renewable energy and electric cars have popular support, CDR is less well known. The urgency of the need to rapidly refine and build out CDR can be assisted by increasing public awareness. Here are 3 ways we can enlist public support to expedite the uptake of CDR. Studies show that most people are not familiar with CDR, and of those that are, many see it as a panacea, which it is not. Proper messaging is critical. Social learning theory, communication, sociology, and marketing can all contribute to this effort. Special interests spend millions on disinformation campaigns to protect their financial interests. If we are to succeed in rolling out CDR, we cannot allow it to be hijacked by special interests like the fossil fuel industry, which has already used CDR as a pretext to keep extracting and burning hydrocarbons. CDR is a necessary and viable part of the suite of solutions required to keep temperatures below the upper temperature threshold limit. However, increasing public awareness about these critical technologies is essential.